Hey guys, we've made it to the end of 2021, which of course means it's time to get planning and get excited for 2022. That's insane. This is going to be my last video of the year, and I thought I'd leave you with a quick, simple guide to the best export settings for images on Instagram in 2022. I've got some really exciting announcements coming at the beginning of next year, including why I've been a little bit quieter here the last couple of months. So if you're not subscribed, hit the button and let's jump into the video. So first of all, let's talk about your crop ratios. With Instagram, you have a few options when it comes to the crop ratio of your images. You have square, which is a 1:1 ratio, vertical, which is 4:5, and horizontal, which is 4:3. Of these ratios, the vertical format occupies the most pixels, so will work out to be the best looking option in terms of image quality and impact on the feed. Square also looks great, but it lacks the height of the vertical format. Meanwhile, horizontal, so landscape images, get shown relatively small on Instagram and can easily be missed in people's feeds. So I generally try and avoid doing it this way for food photography. If you do need to share a landscape photo, before you save horizontal photos for Instagram, try placing it on a square background for a bit of a greater impact. A useful tip when shooting an image you know is intended for Instagram is to shoot a little bit wider than you actually need. Most DSLRs have a portrait aspect ratio of 2:3, which is a bit taller than Instagram's 4:5. And what this means is that you'll lose some of the top or the bottom or both of your image when you're cropping it for Instagram. So it can be a good idea to leave a bit of an empty space here and focus your composition in the middle of your frame so you don't unintentionally lose important elements when you're sharing. So as Instagram has grown as an app, there are now many different formats of images to post. So let's take a look at the current ideal sizes for each of the different options. For a square feed image, you should export a 1080 by 1080 pixel image. All the sizes on Instagram are 1080 pixels wide, so this is a good starting point. You don't want to be uploading any images smaller than 1080 pixels wide, as you won't be making the most of the resolution available. A portrait feed image is 1080 by 1350, and a landscape feed image is 1080 by 608 pixels. Additionally, you will often need a 1080 by 1920 aspect ratio image, which works as a thumbnail for IGTV videos, reels, or stories. So let's talk about compression. Any photos you upload to Instagram will be compressed by the algorithm. Even if you've already compressed your files when you save them, they're going to be compressed again. There doesn't seem to be any way of getting around this. It's just something we have to deal with. And there are many different theories out there about how to best export images for Instagram. But based on my own experience, this is how I like to do it from Lightroom. So I choose a JPEG file format with an sRGB color space, a quality of 100, so I'm not applying too much compression now, and then I resize to fit the short edge and set the pixels to 1080. Of course, if you're exporting a landscape image, this would be the long edge, but I don't recommend landscape images on Instagram, so I'm just going to leave this as short edge. I don't change any other settings at this point, so that is it. To save time in the future, once you've chosen all these settings for your export, you can add it as a preset in your Lightroom export window so that you can export with one click for future images. Also keep in mind that you don't need to worry about image resolution when you save photos for Instagram or any other online use. DPI or PPI, dots per inch or pixels per inch, is only important when you're printing from files. But otherwise, these settings make absolutely zero difference to your image. So I just leave the DPI resolution at whatever it was set at already. So just a quick tip for uploading videos onto Instagram, as it is becoming a dominant feature of the app, is to turn on high quality uploads. You can find this setting in your account settings under data usage. It's a setting I didn't know existed for a long time, but if you've been frustrated by the quality of your video uploads, see if this is turned off in your account, and if it is, turn it on. So there you have my quick guide on the best export settings for sharing food images to Instagram in 2022. I can't wait to see all the images you guys share over there, and do tag me at lauren.c.short in your images so I can come and say hi. Thank you so much for joining me in all the videos this year. I can't wait to see you next year, so do hit subscribe if you're not not already. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you in the next video in the new year.